I get my hopes up every time, and I don't wanna be let down each road to find. I just wish I'd seen the price tag for my heart breaking. Was it worth all that waiting when I always knew just how I felt? Yeah, I'm looking back at the past and I feel regret. Don't wanna walk on the block, see where we met. Try to forget that you went on with someone else instead. Maybe it's better if I never love, so I don't have to open up, and you don't have to lose my trust every time. Why am I always getting so attached when I know that we're gonna crash? Now I wish I could turn you back into someone I never had. You were different from the rest, 'cause you didn't hide imperfections from the edge. Yeah. Bet you don't even love you half as much as I want to. You're right, yeah. I'm looking back at the past and I feel regret. Don't wanna walk on the block, see where we met. Try to forget that you went on with someone else instead. Maybe it's better if I never love, so I don't have to open up, and you don't have to lose my trust every time. Why am I always getting so attached when I know that we're gonna crash? Now I wish I could turn you back into someone I never had. I can't pretend I don't need you. I can't pretend I don't love you. I can't pretend I don't miss your touch. I want you so bad. I can't go cry on your shoulder. Feel safe with you when I'm older. Just know I tried to come back for you. I came back for you. Maybe it's better if I never love, so I don't have to open up, and you don't have to lose my trust every time. Why am I always getting so attached when I know that we're gonna crash? Now I wish I could turn you back into someone I never had. I want you so
Hey everyone, welcome to Club Content Creator. My name is Marielou Mandl, and my mission is to encourage and empower you to create digital content because it's fun and it's a party. If you want to do it, then welcome to the club. You're in it. If you want to be a content creator, then you can be a content creator, and I want to help you with that. On this show, it's live. So if you're watching it live, welcome, hello. Let me know you are watching in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, let me know if you got anything of value out of this, or if there's anything that you want to see on future episodes of Club Content Creators. I go over some content creator news. We will do some tutorials. I will tell you everything that I use to make this show, and then answer any Q&As if you have any questions. So I'm glad to be here. We are streaming on my YouTube channel. We are streaming on the Thematic YouTube channel, and we're also streaming on Facebook. So if you happen to be in one of those places, let me know where you are, where you're watching from, because I love to know that the system is working. And I will let you know how we're showing up in all these places a little later in the show. So let's get into some content creator news. Now, there's a lot of things that are changing out here in the world, and Meta is a big deal. And I have like mixed feelings about it, right? So like a rebrand can be, a good thing because they're like, I don't know, like you just want to be called something different. That's kind of fun. Or like you're tired of being called the same name and you're like, actually I don't relate to that anymore. A little bit of me is like, y'all are just trying to change your name So when people look at bad headlines, they're like, no, that's not us. That was the other gal. That's not us. Regardless of how you feel about it, they are doing a lot to focus on the creators. So Meta, this is an article from CNBC that came out on the 4th, so just a couple days ago. Meta is introducing new ways for creators to make money using Facebook groups. So Meta is the Facebook company. So when you open up your Instagram account, you're going to have that like Instagram opening screen. Like if you close your account and open it back up again, because like the app, because it's not open all the time, like close the app, open it again. At the bottom, you're going to see Meta. It used to say Facebook, but now it says Meta. And they are putting money into Facebook groups. So Facebook groups, the administrators and moderators are going to be able to create fundraisers, turn on e-commerce shops, and charge subscription fees for special subgroups. So this is following along with a lot of the other platforms, like YouTube has a membership model, like of course Twitch, you can get memberships there as well. And then there's tons of platforms where you can create memberships off-site, off of the social media platforms, which at this moment, I kind of feel like it's a better way to go, because then you have control of your list. A lot of those places just like allow you to export the list really easily, where on the social media platforms, you might have to go through and like, I don't know, write down who everybody is. If something goes down, right? I really like the idea of having your membership, the information of your list of people who follow you and are into you and want to know what you got going on outside of the social media platforms. But this is good, because the more places we can make money, the better. Facebook is making a push to lure more creators and influential social media users, it's the same thing, into its services, as it faces heightened competition from TikTok, Snap, and YouTube. So Facebook, right, being around for so long and feeling the heat, of course. I personally don't like Facebook. I don't go onto there. It's not my ministry. I don't quite understand how things work on there. It doesn't like appeal to me as a content consumer. It is a good way to connect with people, but like personally for me, that's just not where I hang. But some people, it is still, I think, number one in the world as to where people hang out on social media. So just because it's not where I like to hang out, and that's like a personal preference, like we all, like some people hate TikTok, some people don't like Instagram, some people don't like YouTube. It really is up to you. Just like, you don't have to be in all the places at once. But the thing to notice here is them saying, we really want to be the best place for creators to have a sustainable business and offering. So that's from Tom Allison, the head of the Facebook app. And it is a big deal, right? Because creators are what makes social media happen. The platforms need to make money. They make money from advertisements and from advertisers, right? And people paying to be on there, and paid existence on there. But the creators are what get people to the platforms. You and me and all the other content creators out there, we are the ones who are creating the thing to come and look at. Because if it was just there, then it's just there, right? People might come and might go, but like, you go to TikTok because you want to laugh at something quick. You know, you go to YouTube because you want to learn something. There's like you need to see how something is done, right? You go to Facebook to connect with communities. For whatever reason, all these different places you can be, they offer different things for your online experience. But it is the creators are the core that get people, even who are not creators, to come on and look at things. Because if there's no, if there's no content, there's nothing to look at. And then there's nothing to put advertisements on. And with them doing things like this, where you can do memberships and you can get paid through the app, then they get a cut of that too. Then they get a commission. So as much as they can keep you on the platform and making money in their business, then that's good. And if you like Facebook, like, this is great. If you like Facebook groups, this is awesome for you. Again, not my world, I'm not a fan, but a lot of people are fans. So if that's where you hang out, then by golly, take advantage and make some money. And speaking of making content, I want to tell you how I make this show. I use a lot of different tools, and I am going to be doing a live stream soon to go through all of the gear. Specifically, I'm going to walk through all of the gear that I use, and I just want to preface with this. You do not need all of the things. You do not need all of the programs and all of the gear and all of the everything. You just use what you have and then make strategic investments on what is going to help you output more. So it's not like, oh, well, Marielou has all these things, so I need to have all these things. No, it's not. That's not going to help you because it's going to be overwhelming. This has been built over years of troubleshooting. So let me get into some of these programs. So these are the tools that I am using, and definitely keep an eye out over the rest of the year because we've got Cyber Monday coming up. We've got holiday deals. This is a really good time, if you have not invested in these tools yet, to think about what might be helpful in your content creation workflow. So the first one is Thematic. We are on the Thematic YouTube channel, and that's how I get the music for this show. So the cute songs that I get in the countdown timer, that is from Thematic, and they just did some updates. And I hate looking up music. I hate it. I really dislike searching for music because I want to work on the graphics and I want to work on what I'm talking about. I want to get to the creating of the content. That part is just I just play something. I don't know. And they have made an update that is so great where it's just, I go on and on my main page, there's recommendations for you. There's 10 songs. It changes every week. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this one was cute. This one that we used today, which was Someone I Never Had by Gen Z. How cute, Gen Z. I bet she is Gen Z. That one was on my recommended songs, and I was like, great, cool, let me grab that and then keep it moving. So thank you, Thematic, for doing that because that helps me out a lot. And the way that we are streaming to my channel, to their channel, and to Facebook as well is by using Restream, which allows you to split your live stream across, I think it's 30 plus different platforms, depending on what plan you have. There's a lot of options. You cannot currently, without breaking the rules, stream to Instagram using Restream. You can't do that. You have to do that within the Instagram app. It's possible, but don't do it. You'll get in trouble. I got in trouble because I tried it because I wanted to know. Don't do it. And then to TikTok, you can, I think, but you have to have access to that feature in TikTok. I'm able to stream on TikTok, but only from the phone. I've seen it where other people can stream from an encoder, but it's not widely available at this moment. But you better believe as soon as it is, we're hanging out on TikTok. Yeah, we're hanging out over there. The program that I use to make all this stuff fly in, to be able to make a video that looks like it's edited with graphics, with camera changes, with music, with all of this, it is Ecamm. This one, wait, this side. EcammLive, which I use not only to produce live shows, I use it to pre-record videos as well. And I've been recording a bunch of vertical videos because they just added in their update to be able to rotate the camera. And you might be like, well, why would you need to do that? Well, it's I want the vertical, I want it to look like it fits on a phone, but shoot it from a camera. And if that doesn't make sense, let me know because I'm happy to make tutorials on that because I'm super jazzed about it. And as soon as YouTube allows me to stream vertically, I am going to stream vertically. And that's this show. It's going to be boop, boop. It's going to be cute. It's going to be real cute. And we're all going to love it. The graphics that you see, the Club Content Creator logo, the opening sequence, you'll see it at the end of the show as well. Thumbnails, Instagram posts, story posts, all sorts of things I make in Canva, and I love it. This is one of the tools that has changed everything for me because, searching for music, I hate to come up with graphics. I like to make them, but I need someone to kind of give me the baseline. And then I will go from there. So the templates are really great. And I actually have really gotten into using this resize tool. So It's like automatic resize. I'll make like a bunch of like vertical, like, you know, for Instagram story graphics, right? And then I'm like, well, maybe I want to use it as an Instagram carousel instead. You can go, there's a feature where you can resize it automatically to square, and then you gotta have to adjust the features, but you don't have to build it from scratch again. Oh, I love it so much, and I'll definitely show you some of that today. We're going to get into a little bit of Canva. We're going to talk about some thumbnails on Canva and making a YouTube intro on Canva. And the last tool, which I haven't been including, and I'm like, why haven't I not been including this, is TubeBuddy, which is what I use on YouTube to optimize my searches. My searches as far as like getting my videos in front of the people who need them. And it's like the Tag Explorer is like the most well-known tool that's on there, but I've actually been experimenting with some of their other things. So there's like so many things in there. I didn't even realize they were all in there. I was using it as a description, like a tag search engine for years and years and years. But then I was like, started to explore these other things, and I was like, what, you do all of this other stuff too? What? It's great. So that's what we're going to get into in our tutorial. So these are the tools that I'm using right now. So these are things like I'm actually using. Nobody paid me to use this. I am affiliate with some of these programs, but I am not, they're not paying me to tell you that I use these. I use them for real. And if you want to get to any of these, MariellouMandl.com/tools, and most of the links are going to get you like a free trial or a month or something. Like there's some kind of discount with each of them. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but definitely try them out. You can try all of them for some period for free. So you got that. And then again, keep your eye out for what might be coming up in the next couple of weeks, because typically these programs and all programs and gear and everything gets put on sale for Black Friday through Cyber Monday. So keep an eye on that. So let's get into some tutorials today. Let's get into TubeBuddy. So I watched a video this morning about thumbnails, right? And thumbnails I find are really difficult for me because, again, like I don't want to design things. I'm just like, I don't know, just put my face on it, put a name, and send it on its way. But there is a lot to this, and there's a study that Netflix actually put out, and I have to go read through it. I watched a YouTube video talking about it. But, you know, different things like a face is good on your thumbnail, right? A face that's expressive. But if you have 3 or more elements, it tends to be less enticing for people to click on. And so much of what makes a person click on a video is how the thumbnail looks versus, you know, what the topic of it is. And I've definitely seen this. So like that's where in a lot of my thumbnails, you'll see it'll just be like just my face and some words. Sometimes I'll put the logo of whatever product we're talking about. But in TubeBuddy, this is the TubeBuddy dashboard. This is the A/B tests. So for one video, you can run through this program and upload 2 different types. So I had actually been toying with a different kind of look for a thumbnail because I've been doing this color, you know, because it just looks like the video. So I had been doing that for a while, but I was like, let me try something different. And it did not do well. It did not do well, but that's okay because now I know this. So you're able to put 2 thumbnails onto one video, and it'll test it and it'll switch it back and forth, and then it'll finish and tell you, oh, this did better than the other. So like if you look at this one that has content ideas, right? So it's need content ideas. And this is actually like an old video. I went back and restarted this. It's not like you have to set this up when you first upload. So if you have a video that you're like, you know, this is good and you know it's stuff that people are searching for, but it's not showing up, maybe you try some new thumbnails. So I tried it with this one. This is what it had been forever. And the views were fine. And then I did it with this one because I was like, okay, this is like a more expressive face. I usually don't zoom in that much. And then it was like, instead of a question, it just was like content ideas, and to see how that would do. And you can see like the first one, like nobody was clicking on it. And this one is, the variation is much higher. And then the same with this one up here, how to make YouTube videos with minimal edits, which is an Ecamm tutorial. I've got one that's make videos with minimal editing, and then the Ecamm logo. So that's 5 words. And then I did this other one that was edit less. Just get to the point, edit less. That one, it's like almost double. So these are running for, I believe, a month. And then when I, when the test is done, then it'll give me the option to kind of choose which one to go with. So I want to get into Canva and kind of show you how to do some thumbnails so you can have some variations. And it's very easy to do. And I would just toil over, thumbnails forever. And when I found Canva, I was like, game over, y'all. Game over. Oh, yes. We got comment in here. Silver Lining Home Place loves Ecamm, loves Canva. It like, if you are not in this club yet, the Ecamm Canva club, I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth it. Ecamm specifically is for Mac only. So if you're not on Mac, there are some other options. So like hit me up and I can help you kind of figure out what might be best for you. But Canva, everybody can use Canva. It's web-based. It's like you pay an annual fee, but whatever the annual fee is, it's worth it. I think it's like $120 currently per year. And I use it for so much. I use it like, I promise you, like 3 times a day, I use Canva. So here in Canva, we're going to get into some thumbnails. So here's some recent designs that I've got, and we're going to go into here. And I actually have like thumbnails for Club Content Creator. I've got thumbnails for Everyday Easy, thumbnails for YouTube, thumbnails for LinkedIn, because I want to like try different things in different places. So for my YouTube thumbnails, I kind of have a system. I have a system going on already. So Ecamm, Ayana, Ecamm is a video production tool. And I can actually show you what it looks like real quick before we get into this other thing, because it is interesting to see. So you should be able to see my whole screen right now. In the middle, you've got the monitor. So this what you see. And then on the side over here, right, I've got your comments that are popping up from various different platforms. So let me know, Ayana, where you messaged from. Down here on the bottom, you've got sound effects. I can see my sound levels. So that green line that you see there is just me. That's so I can check that my audio is coming through. So if I don't see the green line, that means my microphone is muted, and that is a problem. Over on the other side, all right, you on YouTube, yes, welcome. So over there, you've got the overlays. So that's where I can bring things in. So like right here in the current scene, this is your comment that I was able to bring in. And if I want to bring in your new comment, I can add that here. And then we can like resize it. I can change the colors. I can change the fonts, lots of stuff there. And then it's set up to automatically disappear after a certain amount of time. On the way other side here, this one is the camera effects. And this allows me, actually, let's go back to a different scene. We'll go back here to zoom in and out. So, right, this is what my camera sees, right? I've got a bookshelf, there's a plug, there's this thing. I don't know what that's for, but it's there. But because I don't want it to look like that, I can zoom in and then I can kind of reposition it so it looks real nice. And then on this side of the screen, these are my scenes. So the way that I put this show together is in order. So I pre-produce it in my head, and I know the countdown is first, and then the countdown automatically goes into the intro video. The intro video comes to me, and then I go down through everything. And then I finish the show. So once I get to this one, that's the outro, that one is automatically set. So when I turn that one on, it'll play the video. And then when that's done, it ends the broadcast. It's really, really wonderful. And I use it for everything. And it's not just for live streaming. I use it to pre-record as well. So if you ever see a tutorial of mine where there's like the desktop and my little face, right, a little circle of my face, and it's vertical, I still recorded that in here. Pretty much everything. I haven't recorded something straight from the camera in, I think, a year and a half. And it's been worth it. I've never looked back. So let's get back into, and let me know if you have other questions, because I'm happy to show you all of this because it's fun. I love it. In Canva. So making thumbnails in Canva, super easy. So what I have set up here are just a few kind of things that I repeat over and over. And I take a bunch of pictures of myself like this. And the way that I do it is in Ecamm, what I'll do is I'll set it, I'll press record, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this. You know, there's like only so many looks, but you've seen them a lot, especially if there's like a product and I'm like this, right? So you hold it enough where you can pull a screenshot out of it. So then you play the video, you take your screenshots, and then I bring them in to Canva. And they're here in my uploads. And then like everything that I make is in here. And like this was a good session. So I just did a bunch of photos. I think that's probably the last one I did, and that was months ago. So I need to do some more. So what I'll do, so we'll add a page, right? And then I want to do like a gradient background. So this can be whatever you want. Like you can be in the ocean. You can be on an airplane, desert, right? You like a dune vibe, the city vibe. But I just want a gradient. So where's my gradient? Like I think like this is pretty cool, but I typically just use something like this because it matches my background. So here, this one has the option where you can change some colors. So I can actually start with that one as a base, and then I can do duplicates, right? So if I like that, and then the next one, I don't want it to have orange, so we'll make it that. And then the next one, we'll make it blue. So that was off the same background. We made 3 different colors. And question here, yes, for IG Live. IG Live for Ecamm, you cannot use Ecamm in IG Live at this moment. There's a way to do it. It breaks the community guidelines on Instagram. I tried it just to see if it worked, and I got in trouble. So take it from me, don't do it, but you can shoot IGTV videos, Instagram Reels, stories, like you can shoot vertical video, but you cannot live stream into Instagram with anything other than the Instagram app at this time, because that's their jam. It's their party. They can do what they want to. Okay, so here we've got our 3 thumbnails. And yeah, it's a really good question because I tried it. I was like, let me see. Can we make this happen? I got in trouble. They were like, if you do this again, you're losing your account. And I was like, sorry. It was like literally like 2 minutes. And that was like, bam, shut you down. So don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so we've got all of our images here. So let's say we're doing a tutorial on the phone, right? Oh, there's some like new feature on the phone. And I could just have this like background, right? This is fine, but I want to be able to move her to the side. So once I bring this image in, I am going to go to edit image and then background remover. So actually, let me pull out a little bit so you can see. I did not position it right. You fool. Okay. Here is background remover. Pop, pop, pop. It's going to do its thing. And then the background will disappear. So this background doesn't look bad, but I want to be able to move her to the side, and I want to be able to layer graphics on there as well. So now she's free floating. I can move her to the side. If you need to restore something, like if it took out too much, or even if I want to come in here and like really get detailed and like take the chair out, which I don't ever really bother with. I just don't think about it that much. That's like my motto with graphics, with like all of it. Just don't think about it too much. Just do it. So we took that out, like it's there, whatever. We can move her like this. So now what I want to do is bring in some text. So I usually just copy it from something else because I want it to be the same. Okay, I just don't want to think about it. I'll go back to this page and then put it in here. We can change where it sits, and we can, you know, say, this is a tutorial, like, don't get in trouble on IG Live, right? That's what we don't do it. So we've got this here, and that can be one of our ones that we put into TubeBuddy, right? And I can put this behind into the back. So now, you know, see, I'm a little bit in front of it. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, this background feature is really cool. And like, you can just, there's so many options in there. So you can just really like what I like to design a scheme. So then I can just plug and play and repeat and repeat. And I know that like I've gone through my analytics, and like something that is a, like this color tends to do well over something that is like yellow or even the blue one. So, you know, and that's just like aesthetically, I don't know, I just switch it up all the time. Like I don't, like I said, I don't think about it too much. So say that's one of our things that we want to do. So now we want to do a different one, same topic. Oh my gosh. This, I've never gotten a super sticker. I've never gotten that. Thank you. Thank you. Confetti, sound effects. I haven't set any of that up before because I've never got one of those. Thank you so much for sending that. And then I assume that's all like emojis that just didn't come through on my side. Pair character doing a classic mic drop. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. So here we're going to do an alternate, right? So actually, let's change this background. I want to make it more blue. So it's like two very different colors. And then we use like a different picture. So with the Netflix thing that I saw, it was talking about having faces with more expression. So she's pretty expressive, but like, what's something that tells us like, don't get in trouble on Instagram? And I have them. It's like an angry face, like something like this. This is kind of silly, right? So it's like a different kind of expressive face, right? So we'll remove the background there. And oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. I got some celebrations, knowledge bombs. I'd love to give it to you. I love to give it to you, ladies. So we've got this one, and then maybe an alternate would be, you know, really up in your face, right? And then we would take this, and then maybe, you know, something that would be more emotional would be like banned. Or, you know, banned on IG Live, right? So something like that. And then we'll send that again to the back because I like, come on, friend. There we go. Send to the back because I like to have this, like, it just gives, it makes it a little dynamic if there's just like a little bit on top of the words. And then we can even, let's get crazy. We're going to put like an outline on her. We're going to make her look like a sticker. So I want this full. I don't want it blurred, but I want it like this. Yeah, you see, it's like really easy that you can do that right there. So now you've got two different options for the same video. And then in TubeBuddy, you can run your A/B test. You can upload those two and then give it a point in time to run that through. And then it'll tell you like, this one did better, this one didn't. Or you can just like upload a completely new one and see how that works. Let's see here. Yeah, the first one makes you look proud you got in trouble but walked away a free woman. I did. I sure did walk away free. Because I was like, no, I don't want to get in trouble. I just want to tell the people. So that's how you can do multiple different types of thumbnails on here. And you can see like I just kind of wash and repeat. And if you go and look at my thumbnails, I need to do more photos. I need to do like another photo set, but I just haven't in a while. And yeah, I just wash and repeat, change it up every time. And then you can go back and look, and you really can't like really tell how something is doing until you have like 6 months of information. So one video that doesn't perform well is not enough information to know how anything is doing. But I do know like these kind of active ones do better than just like a smiling one. Like she doesn't do well at all, but this one's like, oh, she's got a secret. What's she gonna tell? But oh, like she's just nice. This one I like to use for Ecamm stuff because I've got the Ecamm hat on. So it all like depends on what works for you, and you find yourself a design that works that you can just keep churning out. And then you can even use this to make a YouTube intro by animating it. So we'll go to animate, and now that's bam, look it. And then you can change the duration of that. So that's now 5 seconds, but say we want like a 10-second YouTube intro. Oh, now it's going to do the whole thing. That's not what I want, just this one here. I just want to see this one. Oh, bam. So nice. It's really nice to be able to do that. And for Everyday Easy, which is the show I do with Will on Amazon Live, the thumbnail and the opening are going to be the same every time. So I have like the same kind of theme, but then I usually have us take a picture and then I'll just plop that in there. And then I will download the static photo to be the thumbnail. And then I will animate it to be the little opening sequence for whatever amount of time that I want it to be. And then like in your encoders, you can loop it so it doesn't like disappear on you until you're ready for it to go. So it's very easy if you find something simple and just do it over and over again. And then you can even get fancy. Like I am not in this picture. I just put myself in here because I had to take the picture so the cats would look, and then I just wedged myself in here. Nobody knows. You know, it's just the internet. Don't think too hard about it. So that's going to be our tutorials for today. So again, if you have not yet gotten into Canva, you can go to my tools page, which is marielou.com/tools, or you can go to marielou.com/Canva to get directly to Canva. And I believe you get some kind of trial on the pro version. And the pro version is what you need in order to remove the background. So I'm glad you found that funny. I like to joke around, and I love my modern solutions. You know, like we work with what we got and we make it happen. Because then it's like surprising. Then it's like, did you know? I'm not even in that picture. Funny stuff. So I got a few Q&As. So if you have any Q&As, let me know. But a question that I did have on YouTube was, can you save a reel on an iPad? So I've got a video that's a tutorial on how you can download your reels using an Instagram downloader. So if you want to go to that, it's marielou.com/IG downloader. And that one, that's just a quick link that I made. So if that website that I have linked to it goes down, I can put a new one on there. And I assume that it would work the same on an iPad, the same it would on an iPhone. Oh, let's see. Have you done a video on Facebook? Oh, let's get you in here. On when to use a Facebook page versus a Facebook group for streaming, trying to figure out which one you want to use for the live streams that which you do for dog shows. It's not really, so this is like a separate project, right? Than your silver lining home place. Like I said, I don't really love Facebook. So when I stream to Facebook, I use Restream and I go to my page and I go to my personal page just in hopes that like someone on Facebook comes over to YouTube. It's more like hi, I'm doing this over here. Can you come over here? But if you are going to do, if the Facebook community that you're working with is more of a community, then a group is kind of good to use. But if it's a public thing and you want just anybody to see it, then the page is good. But you can use Restream. You can go to both at the same time. I believe so. I believe you can do pages, groups, personal pages, all of them at the same time, if you just want to test it out to see where people are going to come from. But depending on what it is. So if it's for the dog shows, it's more for public, then I would put it on the public page so other people can see it, like, you know, like they're tuning in to watch it, and then invite them to the community, and that's where you can do more private things that are like just for them. But, you know, if you can do both, then just throw it into both. Why not? Why not? Another question I got, And this is like, it's just like a kind of a silly, it just made me giggle. Dean Reynolds, who's like another content creator, he made a YouTube comment and he said, "How are you so good?" And the thing I want to bring up with that is that I just started telling myself I was good at things. I didn't always think that I was good at things, right? So you're like, oh, it's easy for us as women to talk down on ourselves. Or like, I don't know. I don't really know how to do that. I don't really get this. Or, like it's very easy for us to put ourselves down. But I decided a couple years ago to just like radically go in the opposite direction, because the like not knowing how to do stuff is equally as ridiculous as saying you know how to do absolutely everything. And it's different, like the confidence wise, like not as a egotistical, like I'm better than everyone. That's not what it is. It's that I know how to do things. So when I started to tell myself I know how to do things, and if I didn't know how to do it, it's like, well, let me learn how to do it. I'm good at figuring things out, and then I'm good at doing the thing. So that was like with Will, like I joke around with him all the time. I was like, oh, why am I so good at everything? Because I just started telling myself, and then it like actually, now I know how to do things. So there's definitely things I don't know how to do. I am not foolish enough to think that I know how to do everything and I'm good at doing everything. But telling yourself that you are good at things, you will be good at things. You are what you tell yourself you are. So if you say like, oh, I'm so bad at money, then you're going to be bad at money. But if you're like, I am great at money, I am awesome at money, you're going to be awesome at money, because you're going to pull in the information that you need to be good at it, because you're like, you're so good at it, you're going to go and find the information that you need to be better at it. So I hope you take that with you and manifest some of that positivity for yourself too. So delicious. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining me today for Club Content Creator. Do keep an eye out for Gadgets and Glam. That is going to be an Amazon live show, but I'm going to co-stream it to YouTube, to this channel, because it's going to be about content creator gear. So I think it will still be applicable to y'all. So if you have any other questions, hit me up. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you might like for future topics. And I will definitely see you all very soon. Be good humans. Drink some water. And if you want to be a content creator, you just gotta create, release, and repeat so you can be good at everything. I'll see y'all next time.